Hi everybody, I'm Lori Townsend and I'll be your instructor or your guide through this class, BUS238 web online basically management seminar. This course is meant to be a capstone for your 2-year degree at NCCC in business and should not be taken unless you have completed successfully at least 30 credit hours. It's meant to be taken in your last semester, but because some people graduate opposite. Well, we offer it both times, but it's meant to be taken in the spring semester. We do allow you to take it in the fall. So this is our first time teaching this course in Brightspace, so there may be some snafus. Please be patient. Hopefully it'll go okay. I used Brightspace for 2 summer courses, and really I think one problem came up, and it was incredibly minor, so hopefully we'll have the same route here. So you want to start here. This is our course in Brightspace. Let me change it to student. Okay, should look more like yours now. Doesn't look that different, does it? I like to go through the content tab, which kind of gives me a left-hand menu, reminders of Blackboard with the menu on the left. So let's just take a look. It kind of puts things in order so that we can take a look at them. Now here's our table of contents. I'm going to click on to start here. What you need to do to get started in this class, so take a look at that. I actually kind of have 2 start here's. That one was theirs, this one is mine, partially. So welcome to seminar. I'm your instructor, Lori Townsend. Boo. You can look at that when we're done with this. Let's move on to course information. The first thing should be a link to our syllabus. And it says 2021, but it hasn't changed very much. I will probably update it. I'm sure I have the wrong file in there. So anyway, there's my contact information. You have my phone number. That's my office phone number. Now, if you want to get a hold of me, I suggest you use my email address. I check my email religiously. I check my phone when I'm there. So if you want to get an answer quickly, the way to go is definitely through your email. Okay, there is no textbook for this book. We have assignments that you will gather information. The thing with the seminar is kind of where you show me what you learned. I don't so much teach you as you show me what you learned. So there's the course objectives. You can read through this, and I kind of just told you what my role is in a seminar. There's my grades, so you'll know how many points you need to fall into what category. So these are the assignments. The first one's the best company report. Fortune puts out a list of the best 100 companies to work for every year. You need to select one and write the paper. Wegmans is number 3, but please do not write on Wegmans. I've had so many students write it over the years. I could write it myself without having to do any research. So I think that a lot of students are also familiar with Wegmans, very familiar, possibly work there. I'd like you to do something else. So again, no Wegmans for the best company. The financial investing report, I give you $100,000 to invest, and we're going to look at that in just a minute because I think that's the most confusing thing. Not that it's the most confusing thing, but I think the most students are confused. The thing that students are most confused by is the investing report. It says test financial. I have an assignment where you have to look up the definitions to several financial terms, and then there's a test based on them. You have to do both. There's a research paper. There's no presentation, so don't panic. That's just if this is taught in the classroom. Let's talk about the management issue paper. It's never happened, but the last 2 semesters I taught this class, students asked me if they could use the same topic for their management issue as their research paper. No, you can't. It has to be a different topic, and you have to have it approved. The readings assignment is from an academic journal. I want you to pick an article. It can be any article that's business related and write about it. There's more directions in the thing, but the thing is I want you to get exposed to academic writing versus journalism. Okay, so let's take a look at I'm trying to get back to the assignments. Just bear with me 1 second. There we go. We're getting there. It's loading. Well, that's kind of cool. I'm seeing things that I don't normally see, so forgive me if I'm a little happy by it. Okay. So here, there's a link to each assignment. The first assignment that you have is really it is the icebreaker. The first major assignment you have is the financial terms and the test. Make sure you do both. But like I said, the most confusing one is the financial investment assignment, and that's because there are 3 different due dates for this information. I've had a couple people write the paper like on September 14th, and I'm like, you can't possibly write the paper until you've bought the stock, watch the stock, and find out how you ended up. You have to do a trade. So we're going to click on it. Okay, so first you are to create a fantasy portfolio of stock by investing $100,000 in 2 or more stocks by the first A2 due date. Okay, so we'll look at the due dates in just a second. Make sure your name, your first initial, and your last name plus 238. Example would be L. Townsend 238. That just means I'm associated with this class. Second, you must buy and sell stocks during the semester by the second due date. Then you will write 2 to 3 pages in the third A2 due date investment report explaining what you purchased and the specific stocks. In addition, tell me what you learned from this project. I can see all transactions in the game. Once the game closes, you will not have access to your results, so make sure you know that. So again, there are 3 different due dates. I click on this link. This will take me to where you have to make an account. And it's just like making an account on any other website. So register and join. Okay? So there's our 3 due dates. 9/14 you have to register and buy stocks. So between now and the 14th of September you have to do the stocks. Then by the 26th of October you need to trade a stock. And then finally at 11:30 the game closes and the paper is due on the 30th. Now, one thing, it works real time. So if the stock market is not open at midnight, neither is the game. So keep that in mind. You can still do changes, but it will process them the next day. Okay? All right. So let's go back to content. Let's look in the icebreaker activities. You've got to meet your classmates in there. There's a survey. The kind of cool thing is the app. There's an app for Brightspace, so if I were you, I definitely check that out. Here's our best employer. And please don't do Wegmans. Sometimes you have to scroll up to see stuff, so keep that in mind. Okay. Let's look at the resources. Oh, gotta scroll up. They've got some smart student strategies, and for some reason it's in here twice. So I will try and take care of that later if I remember. Okay, and of course resources and help. There's some training. There's number for the SUNY help desk, the Brightspace questions. If you have any technical issues, you'd contact the online help desk. Unfortunately, I can't reset passwords or give you your password or anything like that, so make sure you're contacting them if you have an issue. Now, it's kind of cool to see things this way. Let's look and see if the schedule's in there. Okay, yes, the due dates are in there on each assignment, so you can check that out. And that's pretty much our class. Oh, the last assignment is a reflection, and that's meant to be a reflection on the last 2 years at NCCC, what you learned, what was exciting, what was not exciting, what you believed in and what you don't believe in, to an extent. No politics, please. But it should be of your whole education, not just this class. All right, so that's about it. I think you got a good thing to get started here, and good luck. Again, feel free to contact me if you have any questions. I would email me outside of Brightspace just because there's some glitch that it's not letting me respond. So the best thing to do is just go to the syllabus, get my email address, save it to your address book, and then you've got it there. Good luck, everybody.